is a directional pull. And what I mean by that is you have to take the entire thing out of the bed before you can start braking left or right. Okay? So, if my fire is the shed over here, I can't just grab it, pull it out a little bit this way and start running that way, right? I have to clear the bed first, okay? So, I'm gonna step up, because I'm not tall, unfortunately. Step up, grab my first loop here. Hopefully it doesn't get tangled up. Okay? Now, which side's my fire on?
That side, sir.
So, split your lines, okay? You don't, some departments don't split their lines and they'll put the nozzle opposite the fire, so don't let that mess you up, okay? Just stay with me here on this. So they'll keep it like this and they'll just split them here, okay? For sake of ease of purpose with you guys, we have you guys split it so your nozzle's always on the fire side, okay? I control my lines and I do step down. Oh, it's already gonna start. Okay? Now, I have them separated and I start to walk forward. Now, where am I thinking that I'm gonna stop?
At about 68 feet, sir.
Everybody come with me. You're right, 68 feet, right? So if you build it and the engine's there, we know that it's past this crack somewhere. So don't just start running until all of a sudden it yanks you, okay? So, keep walking, keep walking. I know I'm probably close. Take a look back, okay? Now, I've looked back. I can see my lines extended. And the main thing I can see is I've cleared the bed. So at this point, right here, I'm gonna toss my loop away from the fire. My fire's there, I still go that way, okay? And I yell, clear, right? So that tells me that I've cleared the bed. Now, I'm gonna walk a little bit further past it and it's gonna kind of stretch my line out a little bit. Kind of separate it, okay? So I'll walk past it, give a nice pull, okay? Now, don't worry about your nozzle. I switch my sides here so I don't get it all tangled up on one side. Okay. Now, coming back, I see 3 couplings, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. If I want to take all this line over to that shed, does it make sense to grab and drag? So if I grab the first coupling, how much am I dragging?
50 feet.
50 feet, sir.
No, I'm carrying 50, but I'm dragging 150, right?
Yes,
sir. Because it's 200 feet.
Yes, sir.
Okay. If I drag the middle, then I'm what? 75 and 75, right? I'm kind of splitting the difference. And if I grab that one, the third one, then I'm still dragging a bunch of hose, right? So I come back here. I can kind of see that how I should grab it. Just draw that over and I grab my coupling. Okay? Now, keep walking. Now, food for thought. Where's my door?
That side, sir?
Okay, and it faces in that way, correct?
Yes, sir.
So would it make a whole lot of sense for me to line all my hose up here and then have to drag it around that corner?
No,
Sir, no,
I
sir.
want it kind of lined up with my couplings or my flakes at my door, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I need to continually pull it past, right? You guys see that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I'm going to continually walk past. Okay, I felt the tug, so I'm going to drop it. Walk past a little more. Now, here's the point that you guys, this is kind of up to you. And I'm going to tell you about it right now. I can grab that coupling or that coupling, okay? Either one is going to be correct, and I'll explain at the very end, okay? So, I'll grab this coupling. Excuse me. Can we move that 4-post thing?
Yes, sir.
Just move it down here out of the way. Way over here. On the other side of the red.
Yes, sir.
Coming right, going right. Good, thanks guys. Okay, come on back. Okay, now I've grabbed this coupling because I want to start setting up for entry at the door. Okay, so I have my nozzle, my coupling. Why am I coming at a V or at a wide arc here rather than just going straight to my door?
So you can railroad it, sir?
So I can railroad it out, and I'm trying to get it up on that pad as much as possible. It's a little extra step to like save you a little bit. So I come out of the arc. That over there, nozzle down, bail shut. Walk straight back. Grab my other coupling. Straight forward. Now I'm ready, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, notice where I set my nozzle. Away from my entry, right? I didn't just snug it right up here and I'm doing everything up here. Okay, so set my nozzle back here. Give yourself a little space. Don't crowd yourself at the door, especially if it's an outward swinging door. Now you got to move everything to open the door if your flakes or your railroads are right up against the door. Okay, so just think in advance. Give yourself a nice little distance here. Now, I'm ready for water, correct?
Yes, sir.
I've got the majority of my hose at the location where I need it. It wouldn't make sense to leave this coupling back there because now I still have almost 100 feet that's still outside of my work area that I might need to bring interior. Can you understand that?
Yes, sir.
I got most of it up here. Now, I'm ready for water, okay? So I can call for water. So try and get visual with them. Water! And the line will charge. Okay? Somebody will be there to charge it. Now, if you look at my railroads, where do they go? Back towards my engine, correct?
Yes, sir.
Not away from my engine, but they go back towards my engine. My working line is all right in this general area, so it's easy to feed in, and it's in line with my door, not perpendicular to it. Okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, now, I'm waiting for water. I called for water, I'm waiting. One thing I can do is
Check the hose straight.
check my nozzle pattern, right? I just turn it right for fight, okay? And the line charges. Now what am I going to do?
Bleed the air out.
Okay, should I
Check
bleed
your
it here?
Away from the door.
Away from my door, my entry, right? So, bleed my line, okay, all the air comes out, and I realize I have a nice straight stream on it, all my air is out. Now what should I do?
Check the door.
Check the door, sir.
Okay? What would I want to do possibly before checking the door for heat?
Yeah.
Making sure this is the correct.
If I'm coming up towards an ideal H, what might I want to have in place prior to?
All your PPEs.
All the PPEs, right? So, bleed the nozzle, air is out, set the nozzle back down, nozzle down, bail shut. I'm checking my PPEs and my partner's PPEs, okay? So that's what we want to hear from you. And what we're assuming, what we mean by that is you're making sure that you're masked up, there's no skin showing, and you're ready to make entry, okay? So you guys think about it, would be breathing air, okay? How do we check the door for heat?
If it's a wooden door, sir, you can do your back of your hand, sir.
Okay, back of my hand, so I take my glove off.
Sir, no, sir.
Okay, so back of the hand
Back
out.
of the glove, sir.
Okay,
Left hand, sir.
and where do I start?
Top,
So I
Top,
top to
sir.
bottom.
So, yes.
So I go from the hottest to the coldest.
Sir, no, sir.
Bottom to top.
Okay, so bottom to top, right? So if I'm using the back of a gloved hand, I'm gonna start at the bottom, and I'm gonna slowly slide it up to the top, okay? Back of a gloved hand. If you look, there's a nice blue line there. You think it's been done before?
So, yes, sir.
Okay, don't start here and go, okay, I'll check the door for heat. No, start here, slide it all the way up, check the door for heat. What's another way we can do it?
Blast it with water, sir.
Okay, so we can take our nozzle, small little blast at the top, especially on a metal door, right? It's going to work best on a metal door. And as the water comes down, you'll start to see steam come off, and you can kind of see where your heat level is. Okay? The only problem with doing that is you start to put water where you're at. Not too big of a deal, but just something to think about. Okay? But we're not going to do both. Unless I can't feel any heat through my hand, I might squirt it just to see as a secondary method. Okay, now I've checked the door for heat. We're all in our proper PPEs. My nozzle and my line's ready. I know I have water. I know my nozzle pattern's correct for straight stream, and I know all the air is bled out of my line. Correct?
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
so where do I want to be to open this door?
On
The other side, sir. Left side?
It's not opening up, sir.
Your left side, sir?
Over here?
Sir, yes, sir.
Why is that?
So you can use the wall as a shield, sir. From the
Okay.
heat.
So I can protect myself, right, prior to when I open the door. So I can take the line over here, and there's two ways. Jim, Captain Gabbard and I aren't very particular on this. So to me, it's nice to have it on the outside here because I'm not crowding. Now they always say, place the nozzle or place a line in between you and the fire, okay? So it's also okay to have it over here. Understandable?
Yes, sir.
It's just, to me, it's a little more awkward than having it here and now I'm gonna feed it straight in, right? Okay, so you guys can understand that point. Now, what do I do?
Crack the door to let the atmosphere acclimate to the new oxygen, sir.
Okay, what if it's locked?
You have to figure out force electric, sir.
Okay, so we're gonna try before we pry, right? And if it's unlocked, I open it correctly,
Sir, yes, sir.
correct? And I crack it. How much do I crack it?
About an inch,
An
sir.
inch, sir. 2 inches, 3 inches.
Say almost a foot, okay?
Okay.
6 inches to a foot. Crack it open. And what are we looking for? Why are we just cracking it and not just pushing it wide open?
Seeing what the smoke is, how the smoke is reacting.
See how it's reacting, right, to our environment. See what we have a little bit prior to doing it. Why don't we want to rapidly introduce oxygen?
Intensify the fire.
What?
It'll intensify the
It'll
fire.
intensify the fire, but could also cause a
Backdraft.
backdraft, okay? Now, we don't have a lot of backdrafts out here because we don't have no smoke or real tight confined spaces, right? Our houses are lightweight construction, so they breathe a little better. But it's possible it could happen. So, crack the door, kind of let it equalize, kind of see what the smoke looks like, and then we're gonna push the door all the way open and clear the door. Why do I want to clear the door?
It's not in your way, sir.
Get it out of my work area, and now I have a good
Exit point, sir.
egress and ingress, right? I can go in easy and I can come out real easy, nothing's gonna block it, okay? So I open the door all the way, clear the door, and if I have it, it's nice to do what with the door?
Chalk it.
Chalk it or wedge it open, right? And then it doesn't have a tendency to close behind me, okay? So now I'm ready to enter, right? My partner is good, we're all checked out, and we're gonna enter. What's one thing I wanna do when I enter?
Stay low, sir.
Okay, we're gonna stay low.
3 L's.
Okay, and what are the 3 L's?
Life,
Location, and layout,
Okay,
sir.
so I'm gonna get down at the door prior to making entry, and you're gonna look, right? You're trying to look below that inversion layer. And I'm looking for life, right? Most important. Do I see any victims? Do I see anybody there that I can grab and take out? Life. Then I'm kind of looking at getting a brief layout of the room, kind of seeing what direction I have to go. Where's my hallway? Where's my fire? What's in my way? Couches. What am I entering into? Okay, layout, and then trying to find the location of the fire. Seeing if I can see that it's in the back room, smoke's kind of coming out of a hallway, and I can go all the way to the hallway before making a left or right, depending on which way to go. Okay,
Sure, yes, sir.
understandable?
So, yes, sir.
Okay. Life, layout, location, then we're going to enter, keeping a low profile, staying low. And there's more to interior stuff, but we'll evolve into that. Questions?
Sir.
Yes.
So we practice today. You want us to go run through all this whole?
We're going to run through
Scenario?
it all. Every
Sure,
guy's
sir.
going to try and run through it.
Sure, sir.
Okay, so this is what I want. Let's pull this out of the way. And let somebody pull the next one while it's fresh.
Sure,
So, yes, sir.
So everybody get all this out of the way, pull it out way over to the side. And then I need one volunteer to run through it.